Hey folks, welcome to part two of the Hydrangea Repot. It was not intentional to make this two parts, but the battery died in my phone, so here we are. Not battery, sorry, the data expired, I guess you could say. My roots are too long on this side, so I'm gonna do a little. You can go. Come on, come on. There we go. Let's see. I know this thing can do it. I'm gonna take out some of the longer roots. We'll take out some more of these. Ooh, lower guys. So I can fit it in this little container. I'm using basically the sawed off bottom of another container. You know, not sawed off, I use scissors, but trauma shears is probably the best way to describe what I used. All right, should I wire it in? Yes. Am I going to wire it in? Absolutely not, because it sits pretty flat. So I'm going to get my soil, which would be a little crunchy and loud. Crunch, crunch, loud, loud. I'm going to start dumping it on here. This is just all of my ABC soil. Just using it up. So I'm trying to get this into a smaller container, not necessarily trying to make a finished bonsai at this point. This is just, cut off nursery container. I will say, not all nursery containers are created equal. Some of them are really nice and some of them suck, as I've found out. I'm going to scoop around the back here. Southpaw scoop. All right. Ooh. And it's time to start just chopsticking away. Ooh. I saw this on Houghton Bonsai. I mean, come on, right? Why not? I use two chopsticks all the time when I'm eating. I don't know why I never thought to use two chopsticks when putting in soil. You get sensitivity with both. You can kind of move them all back and forth and everything. Doesn't look like I'm very coordinated with them, but yeah, that's awesome. Can't believe I've never thought of that before. Is it weird? Yeah. Is it better? I don't know if it's better. But I think if I was used to this, this would be my preference. Really cool. I didn't even wire in the screens on this, so I didn't get to try that part. Houghton and Holton, I'm not sure exactly how to. I think it's Houghton. I don't know. I'm bad with pronunciations, and I forget names so quickly. It's a little. Is that a rock? It is a rock. Yeah, but I'm excited to get this one into a somewhat smaller container. I'm going to switch down to just one. At this point, I think I'm far enough in that most of it's worked in anyways. I ended up with all these leaves and stuff. They should have baked out in the oven. Bake this today. So maybe I just didn't turn the oven on and it didn't bake at all. It's weird, not unheard of for me to do something like that. It's a lot of roots to work the soil between, I'll say that. But that's good. And I think if I can keep it into a container like this, get it root bound again in this size container, I'll be okay with it. And I can work on minimizing leaves, things like that. Let's get this tucked over here in a better direction. These kind of, they want a circle, but they're still flexible. So I'm going to try to tuck them in like this. Yeah. See if I can't get that to work. There's so many reasons that appeals to me. They're actually not even great roots, to be honest. They're not at all radial. But, more radial if I tuck them around like that and they survive. See just how much space there is under these roots even after dumping soil on top, because the soil doesn't just fall down in, it sits there until you make it move around. So it's eating up all this soil, which is good. Unfortunately, I decided to say goodbye to a lot of my trees today. Some of them didn't have enough signs of life today. Even though I scratched a lot of them the other day, some of those didn't have enough signs of life today. Like they weren't green or they looked dried out and shriveled. Um, so I kind of gave up on a lot of those. That little oak that I was like, oh, it's green up top. It's just not green at the bottom. It must be too thick of soil. No, that may have been the case, but I decided today that I just don't need to cling on to dead trees or trees that just don't for sure have a future when there's so many trees that are constantly being thrown away in my area. I can easily replace nursery stock. Again, being a minimalist, I often throw things away that I probably need just because I wanted less stuff in my home or less stuff on my balcony or something like that. So I don't feel bad about killing a couple trees by being a little neglectful. That's kind of what happens with my trees. They don't really die of natural causes unless you consider me, natural cause. I definitely am more likely to abuse them to the point where they give up. That's kind of my thing, I guess. I don't know. Turn this a little bit, get some sulfur down below. And this is one of those. This one may not make it because not only did I drill a whole bunch of holes in it, I also just repotted it. And maybe not the best job of repot, just a real quick one. All right, I'm gonna lift it out. I'm gonna do a little switcheroo on here. Ooh, this one even fits inside of the turntable like that. Yes, I do. Grab a rock or two out of here to save for later. Yeah, it's not anything usable in there. And let's take a little gander at the hydrangea. Great star hydrangea. So I do plan on doing more with this. I love its movement. I'm not sure where exactly I'm going to take my good stuff, but these do back bud, so I didn't really need to do any thread grafting. It'd be nice if some of these take. They will. I think most of them broke off in the winter. But it'll back bud everywhere, like here on the outside of this. It'll back bud here, and I'll be able to get really cool movement, get a really gnarly little tree. I'll probably take some sandpaper to it, really, make the bark. Sorry about the noise. A little more fun. This section up here is kind of off-putting, but again, I will get back budding and everything else. What I might end up doing is taking this one off, using this as a leader, and this is a side branch. Well, this is kind of a big side branch for this high in the tree. Again, we'll see what happens. And just kind of go from there. Just use this as the leader here. Cut it off. It's got a big swell up here where there's a lot of stuff. I don't know if you can tell. It's probably too low right now. Right here. Still too low. I'm gonna pick you up. So right there. I mean, it looks like somebody giving you a middle finger, or kind of like one of those. It's like a hand. So when I can, I will cut that off. But right now it is grafted back in. So that is part 2 of the repot on my Great Star Hydrangea. Appreciate you all for watching. Thank you for joining me today. Have a great day.